years ago, we got our first RV, and since then we've spent about 400 nights camping. And we've been to all kinds of campgrounds, everything from lavish to literally a dump. So today I thought it might be nice to share the best of the best, my 5 hidden gem campsites. Places like this, or this, or this. And here's the best part. All of these sites cost anywhere from $10 to $25 a night. So where are these amazing places? Well, stick around and I'll share my 5 favorite RV campsites. Our first stop is in Arkansas. You know, I never knew how beautiful Arkansas was until we started RVing.
Looks like a nice sunset, huh?
And on our very first trip, we discovered Lake Quachita.
Not exactly undiscovered, but a great campground, that's for sure.
What a gem. About an hour west of Little Rock, it's a perfect spot to go in April when it's still cold in the Midwest. There's a lot to like about this campground. It's got beautiful tall pines, and it's nestled around a scenic Corps of Engineers lake with over 80 campsites, all with full hookups. We stayed in the A-Loop.
It's our site, White B Van. That's site 15, which is a nice one. Can we get a little cell service over here?
On the west end of the campground is a peninsula for tent sites, and the sunset from here is spectacular. There's some great hiking here on the Caddo Bend Trail.
All right, let's do it.
It's a 4-mile loop that takes you out onto another peninsula.
We started here, we came all the way around here. We're about 3/4 up the way, and then the rest of the way back.
And of course, there's Lake Washita itself. It's the largest lake in Arkansas with 40,000 acres of pristine water, dotted with over 200 little islands. It's a boating and fisherman's paradise. The campground facilities here are really nice, with individual private showers. One warning though, the cell service here is really spotty, even if you have Starlink. The trees make it hard to get a signal. But over in the B-Loop, there's some nice sites that are open to the north, so you can put your Starlink out there and get good reception. Or at the ranger station, there's free Wi-Fi. So all in all, Lake Washita is a great campground, but it's not undiscovered, so you'll want to make a reservation in advance at arkansasstateparks.com. So if your RV travels take you across the country, maybe spend a few days in Arkansas. Now, let me tell you about our next awesome campsite at Jackrabbit Mountain. It's tucked away right here, where Georgia meets North Carolina on gorgeous Lake Chatuge. Just like our last spot, it's an Army Corps of Engineers lake, but get this, it's snuggled right into this super pretty mountain valley. We totally scored on campsite 55. Even the camp host told us, you guys must have been quick on the draw with that reservation, because it's the best site in the campground. And you know what? He was right.
I want to show you this great campsite. This is 55 in the B-Loop, Jackrabbit Mountain Campground. This is a great site. Just going to walk you down. It's like a whole brigade of kayakers.
But 55 isn't the only good campsite. So is 50, 52, 54. In fact, any site in the B-Loop out by the water is good. Here's a walkthrough of 54. Another cool thing about Jackrabbit Mountain is the bike trail just east of the campground. People come from all over to ride this trail. So if your travels take you east of the Mississippi, check out Jackrabbit Mountain on the Georgia-North Carolina border. Reservations are on recreation.gov. Now, onto our next favorite campsite. But first, if you're getting something from this, or maybe you'd like to see more, please hit the like or the subscribe button below. All right, let's head out west to Utah. Utah has some incredible hiking and camping, and it's not just the mighty 5 national parks of Arches, Bryce, Canyonlands, Capitol Reef, and Zion. There's also state parks and national monuments and tons of free camping all over the place. Our next spot, Natural Bridges, is on the east side of the Colorado River in southwest Utah. This campground is fairly small with only 13 sites, so you should book immediately when reservations become available on recreation.gov. Sites have water hookups but no electricity and can only take rigs up to 26 feet, so it's perfect for small tow trailers, vans, and tent campers. We loved Site 12, which offered plenty of space between our neighbors, and it was an excellent spot for night photography. A 12-mile loop road connects the trailheads of the three natural bridges, Sipapu, Quachita, and Ohanapecosh. We had a blast getting to them by riding our e-bikes. The hiking trails down to the bridges are moderate, but may include metal stairs and ladders, so I wouldn't recommend them for those afraid of heights.
Are you scared?
I'm a little bit scared.
But once you're in the canyon, the views are definitely worth it.
That is something else. Makes me a little dizzy up here on the edge. Wow, that is really good.
And the bike ride back to the campground offers stunning views of Bears Ears National Monument. If you're in southwest Utah, Natural Bridges is definitely worth a few nights camping. All right, let's head a couple of hours north and check out Devil's Garden Campground in Arches National Park. This campground is super hard to get in. It's kind of like winning the campground lottery, but trust me, it's totally worth the effort.
Look at that view. Oh my gosh.
So what makes it so awesome? Well, for starters, it's tucked away at the far end of the park, and that means you beat all the crowds for those early morning hikes. We got lucky with campsite number 20.
Walk you around the neighborhood here. Here's our little picnic table. This is our view. Senior discount is $12.50 a night.
I'll tell you, waking up to the sunrise view here was absolutely incredible. And the best part, all the amazing hiking trails from right outside your doorstep. There's Broken Arch, Landscape Arch, the whole Devil's Garden Loop, and oh, there's Skyline Arch right in the campground where you can scramble up to a spot and catch an amazing sunset. There are just 51 RV sites here and no hookups, so you gotta be on recreation.gov exactly 6 months in advance at 8 a.m. Mountain Time to secure your spot, and they fill up within seconds. So you gotta be quick and a little bit lucky. Now let's head way out west to Washington State and Mt Rainier National Park. This is where we found our next amazing spot at Ohanapecosh Campground. We had a beautiful site here, overlooking the Ohanapecosh River.
All right, we're here in C8. This has been easily my favorite campground of this trip and one of my favorite all time. Check it out. There's our area in the back to hang out. And there we go. There's our own little stream right down below us.
This is a pretty old campground like they used to make them. There's lots of tall firs and cedars with plenty of space between the sites. You can get fresh water here, but no other hookups. Oh, and there's no cell service or any chance of getting Starlink with all these trees, so bring a deck of cards or a book. But the town of Packwood is just 15 minutes south, so if you need some groceries or you just want to grab a beer and sip some internet, there's the Packwood Brewing Company in town. We had some great hikes from Ohanapecosh. There's the beautiful Silver Falls Loop Trail right out of the campground.
Gonna walk down the trail. Oh, look who I found.
This is an easy 3-mile loop trail with beautiful views and a nice waterfall at the end. Mt Rainier is a huge park with lots of great hiking, but Ohanapecosh sits at the very southern border, so you'll have to drive a fair amount to explore other parts of the park.
That's a lovely view, isn't it?
Yeah.
Our drive over to Paradise Mountain was spectacular, with great views of Mt Rainier. Overall, we loved Mt Rainier, and especially Ohanapecosh Campground.
Cheers.
Cheers.
So there you have it, my 5 favorite campgrounds in over 400 nights of camping. And you know, I could have listed another 5 or 10, but that leaves me room to share with you another time. So thanks for watching. I hope you have safe travels, and I'll see you out there on the road.